Natural language processing. Goal of natural language processing is to make computers our friend. Making computer our friend, we are expecting some capabilities from computers. We can talk with a friend and he can understand and could able to process data and could able to respond. In human computer interaction, computer needs to understand and process natural languages. So, we want to give natural language understanding and processing capabilities to computers. Can computers process and understand human language? To perform natural language processing, computers need to understand and process natural languages. So, how machine process and understand natural language? That relates with the study of natural language processing. Natural language processing is the field which combines computer science, artificial intelligence, and linguistics. Linguistics is the study of languages. To perform natural language processing, we require computational methods to model languages. Goal is to make computers understand, interpret, and manipulate human language. Natural language understanding as well as generation are the two important tasks in natural language processing. Can you understand the words that I am saying right now? If so, you are pretty good in understanding natural languages. The input towards natural language processing can be speech or text depending upon the application. If it is a spoken dialogue system, the input is speech. And if the application is text summarization, the input is text document. Collectively, various levels in NLP are phonological analysis or tokenization, morphological analysis, syntactic, semantic, pragmatic, and discourse processing. Input to a natural language processing system can be either speech or text. If the input is speech, we have to perform various phonological analysis to extract knowledge related to linguistic features of sound, such as rhythm, intonation, pitch. Input can be text also. Assume we have to make an application to perform question answering system. Then the query we are giving is text. From that text we have to identify the important words. For that we can perform tokenization. This tokenization means segmenting the given document into part. Morphological analysis. Morphological analysis identifies how individual words are combined from its components called morphemes, and it also associates grammatical features related to words. Syntactic analysis validates the syntax of the sentence. So, it performs a parsing technique to validate the syntax. It constructs syntax tree. Semantic analysis analyzes the meaning of the sentence we have given. It understands the meaning. Pragmatic analysis. Pragmatism means the way we use language. So, in pragmatic analysis, to understand the correct meaning of a word, actually we require the intention of the speaker. That is what we performing in pragmatic analysis. Discourse integration. Discourse means context, knowledge about the context. For understanding the meaning of a sentence, we require some knowledge about the context in which that thing is happening. Morphological analysis. Morphology studies the internal structure of words. Morphemes are the small meaningful components in the word. For example, cats, the base word is cat and the suffix is s. So this word cats contains two morphemes. One is cat, another one is s. And this morphological parsing give the output as like this. It identifies the base word like stem, cat, then it associates its grammatical features that we get from the part of speech tagging. So this cats is represented as cat plus noun is a part of speech tag and plural is the grammatical content. Cat. Here we have only single morpheme. Cat plus noun plus singular. base word or root word is city plus noun. This tag is noun and PL stands for grammatical structure is plural. Merging. The base word or stem is merge. It's a verb and its present participle or gerund form, continuous form. Caught. Catch plus verb plus past. Syntactic analysis validates structure of sentences. In order to check whether a sentence is syntactically correct, we, we should know what actually makes a sentence syntactically correct. For that, we require the knowledge of language, of construction. Here the focus of language is English. So, we have to represent the grammatical rules for English. For that, we are representing the rules in context-free grammar. In order to know how a context-free grammar can be constructed for English language, I have given a video. If you didn't watch that, you can check this link for listening that video. Now, we have taken a set of sentences, and from that set of sentences, we got this context-free grammar. A sentence can be noun phrase, verb phrase, and so and so. Now, we got a sentence, they told a story. We have to check whether this sentence is syntactically correct. For that, we have to perform parsing. That means we require to represent this statement in a parse tree. For that, we have to select yes, S can be NP, VP. This is a declarative statement. This NP can be pronoun. This pronoun can be they. Now this VP. This all told a story is a verb phrase that can be rewritten as verb NP. This verb is told. This NP, this noun phrase here is a story. A story includes a determiner and a noun term. So this NP can be rewritten as determiner noun. This determiner can be a and noun can be n. N is a representation for noun. This n can be story. Semantic analysis understand the meaning of a sentence. What do you mean by understanding a sentence? We have to understand what that sentence actually means. Once we understand the sentence, we could able to respond to questions like who did that, what was happened there, what was the instrument, like many questions we can answer. So, how can we represent natural language meaning so that a computer can process these representations? We have already learned knowledge representation mechanisms. Semantic net, frames, conceptual dependency, script, and first order logic or propositional logic are various knowledge representation mechanisms. So initially, our contextual or knowledge about the context we have to represent using any one of these knowledge representation techniques. Now, how can we associate meaning representation with sentences? Now, when we get a sentence, we have to map this sentence to our knowledge representation. So, when we mapping these sentences to our knowledge representation, we have to find appropriate objects corresponding to words in the sentence. For example, here the representation in terms of predicate, semantic net, frame, conceptual dependency, and script. These are the knowledge representation methods. And we got a sentence, John gave a book to Mary. Now, if we have represented in a frame or using case grammars, we have to answer what is the action here, the give action. Who is the actor here or agent? John. Who is the beneficiary or recipient here? Mary. What is the object here? Book. Like this way, we are associating each word to the knowledge representation. Another example we can consider here. We have a frame for give action. It requires the slot like agent who did this work. Beneficiary is another slot. that requires who is benefited from the action give. Object. Object is what is the object of that action give. Location means where that action give happens. So this way we have represented knowledge about a give action in frame. Now we got a sentence, mother gave food to child in garden. Now what we have to do to understand the meaning? Once we understand the meaning, we could able to answer questions like who gave food to child? What mother gave to child? Where did mother give food to child? These are the questions we could answer if we understand the meaning of the sentence. For that, we have to map the words in the sentence with instances, or we have to map this sentence with objects in the knowledge. So for that, the main thing or main verb here is give. So we can make an instance of this object give. Instance give agent. What is the agent? Who is the agent here? Mother. Who is the beneficiary here? Child. What is the object here? Mother gave food. Food is the object. And where this event happens, location is garden. So once we understand or represent the meaning of this sentence as an instance of this frame, we could able to answer many questions. Now, pragmatic analysis. Pragmatic analysis, we have to identify the intention of the speaker. For example, open the door is interpreted as a request instead of an order. That requires the contextual knowledge that we discuss in discourse analysis. I want a coffee. This I wanting event. That means is interpreted as command. Discourse integration means universe knowledge. That means the knowledge about the context. Mary is beautiful. She is intelligent too. To understand this sentence, she is intelligent too, we require to know who is this she. To understand who is she, we require knowledge about the context. That means we require knowledge about preceding sentences. Here, Mary is beautiful. From this, we understood that she represents Mary. So, in discourse integration, to understand the actual meaning of sentence, we require sentences that precedes it. Also, we require meaning of sentences that follow it. Why natural language processing is difficult? These are some concerns about NLP. How we handle ambiguity and non-standard language. Ambiguity arises when some sentence could able to map with different contexts. In that case, we require some common sense knowledge or knowledge about the context to resolve this ambiguity. Some process like word sense disambiguation needs here. Non-standard language. If we are making an application to understand sentiment analysis, in that we are handling tweets and comments. That mostly we are writing using non-standard language. Then we have to understand the features from this non-standard way of representing the speech. Always says natural language is fuzzy. That means always says language is ambiguous and we require common sense knowledge to process this data.